What up, doe? What up, doe? Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. I'm glad everybody tuning in. I hope everybody having a good day. It's a nice day in the city of Detroit. And my city is hot as always because of what's going on in the rap community. And I'm not going to say no names. Y'all can piece it together. You know, everything from whoever to whoever, whatever. Because my channel does not promote violence. Nor will I endorse it. But I thought I'd talk to everybody about what a black man in Detroit, what does his chain mean to him? And I know it's extremely hard for white people to understand this. But stay with me, white people. I love y'all. Chinese people, Indian people. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tough conversation because I obviously wear chains. You know what I'm saying? I got some bigger stuff and I got a couple more, but you know, for the most part, these are my everyday flips. I wear about 3 chains. Got diamond pendants on them. You know, it's worth whatever. You know what I'm saying? Gold is $5,200 an ounce at the point of me making this video. But I wanted to tell y'all what a chain means to somebody in the city of Detroit, man. You know, a chain to somebody who lives in the inner city of Detroit is everything. You know, it means everything, you know. That's why in Detroit we clown so many people for wearing fake stuff. Even though I believe black culture is kind of a hypocrite because we talk about people who wear fake jewelry, but we always glorify women with fake bodies, fake lips, fake eyelashes, fake eyebrows, fake everything, man. Fake credit score, everything, man. You know, so, you know, not trying to get off topic, but, you know, black culture right now is backwards as hell. But a chain to a black man in the city of Detroit is his pride. You know what I'm saying? He probably worked extremely hard for it. You know, you got a lot of famous jewelers in the city of Detroit. You know, some people go to Hutch, some people go to Golden Sun. You know, some people got private jeweler makers. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on where you get it from. But everybody don't go to Hutch. You know, everybody don't go to Golden Sun. Everybody don't go to all these famous, you know, places. You know, R.I.P. Daryl Hastings, you know, from Hutch Jeweler. He was a cool guy. I met him. You know, he did a pair of busts for me before he left this earth. You know, super cool guy. But yeah, that was a cool guy who left, man. Very cool jeweler. I got a lot of pieces made, but he was one of the cooler people, man. The chain to a man in Detroit is just everything, man. I can't really speak on, you know, Chi-Town, Houston, Florida, but when you try to take a man's chain in the city of Detroit, you know, you trying to take his pride. You trying to take his pride, man. It's nothing worse than you getting a phone call and somebody saying, man, somebody took my chain, somebody took my watch. Like, that's like, bro, this sound crazy, but dudes will get up and they would try to take your life for touching their chain or their watch. They would try to take your life if you touch their chain or their watch quicker than if you touch their kids. Real talk. And they will put you down. If you go out of town and you get your chain took or you get your watch took, you have lost all respect from your peers, from your people, from all your boys, from your clique, your group, your gang, whoever you affiliate with. Probably your mama in Detroit, you know. Probably your mama and your daddy, you know, because they be like, dang, they took your chain, you know. And a lot of dudes work hard for their chains, man. I know I do. You know, I run a landscaping company, so, you know, I cut a lot of grass for these, you know what I'm saying? Cut a lot of bushes, I tore down a lot of trees, you know. And to the person taking it, it may not mean a lot to them, but to the person that's wearing it, man, it means everything. That's why in certain situations, you know, people will die for their chain, man. People will die for their chain and their watch, man. Especially if it's real. If it, you know, and that's a lot of times why I tell young people, man, like, don't wear nothing fake, dude. Don't wear nothing fake, man. If you just gotta work a little bit harder to get what you want out of life, man, don't wear nothing fake, man. Don't wear no fake clothes. Don't wear no fake jewelry. You know, that's why I don't understand how black culture is so backwards, because women don't want no man that got a fake watch with fake diamonds in it or a fake chain, but they will go get a fake body and fake hair and they will say they the prize. But that's a different video, man. I'm not even going there. But dudes in Detroit would die for their shit, man. I don't know how else to put it. You know, 90, and then let me tell you something, dude. Not everybody in Detroit can scrap. And everybody in Detroit ain't about that life. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you something. It's a lot of us that is. You know, it's a lot of people that was raised by wolves out here in the city of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And I never condone violence. You know, I never support violence, but I never leave home without this. If I got this on, if I got my Gucci's on, if I got my diamond watch on, if I got my chains on, I don't go nowhere without my girlfriend. That's what I call her. That's my girlfriend. If she can't go, guess what? I'm tucking all of this in. I'm not wearing this. I'm not doing nothing. A lot of times I got diamond buffs on when I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Especially if I'm out of town. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be careful. So all you young people out there thinking you gonna rob an OG, you know, you might want to think again. You might want to think again, because let me tell you, man, there is no piece of jewelry that's worth your life, dude. And I would hate to have to put somebody in the hospital or worse for trying to rob me, man. You know, I'm a child of God first. You know, I never want to hurt nobody. But if your goal is to hurt me, then best believe I'm going to bring the wrath of heaven down on you. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to tell you, man, that your chain, a black man's chain in Detroit is everything, man. It's everything, you know. And like I said, man, I'm not going to say no names to anything, but I can't speak on other cities or what's going on with them, man. But You ain't taking nobody chain in Detroit without a hell of a fight. He might just die for it. But what I will say is, and I'm gonna end this video, if they get the jump on you, man, go ahead, give it to them, dude. Go ahead, give it to them. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of dudes in the city of Detroit that have got their chain snatched, unfortunately. You know, and my family, friends, everything, man. And dudes cry about that when they lose their chain, man. Dudes cry about that. They not gonna tell you they do, you know, but you know, I know they do, you know, cause that's your pride. You know, niggas in Detroit, man, our chain is everything, dude. So, you know, shout out to Untouchable Conservative, my channel. Appreciate everybody tuning in to it. Appreciate everybody like, sharing, subscribing. God bless y'all. Have a safe summer. You know what I'm saying? Stay out of the devil's way. You know, and just remember, everything don't need a response. God bless.